Vince!
Yeah.
Did you miss me last week?
I did.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Let's get straight into it. Episode 14, the clinical dose. We have 5. These are some good questions, man.
They are.
These are probably 5. It's taken us 14 episodes to get to this level of questions, but you guys are killing it with these fucking questions.
I think some of my favorites in here.
Let's get straight into it. Question number 1.
If you have a $1 million budget investment, what part of the business would you invest in? From Gavin Larry 22 on Instagram Q&A.
My good man Gavin from Nutrition 22 over in the UK.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'm gonna let you lead off.
It's a tough one for me because
that's why I want you to lead off, because your perspective on the business is different to mine, right?
Yeah.
You're involved in certain parts of the business, and you probably would invest $1 million differently than I would.
Yeah, for me, there's probably 2 areas that I see probably a good investment going towards here.
Yeah.
Customer service is probably one.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like phone, online, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's a big investment that can be made there as well.
Yeah.
And then probably content creation. And the digital ads and stuff like that we tend to run for our products and brands.
Yeah, interesting. I will disagree with you, Vince.
Disagree? There you go.
But I'm not surprised because, and this is good insight for you guys as well, because obviously you see specific parts of the business that you're specifically involved in.
Yeah.
Whereas from my perspective, I see your part of the business and get a scope of what you see. And then I see all the other parts of the business as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, the best way that I could spend easily, $1 million from an investment perspective right now would be on inventory control.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
would be on stock control because, man, like you would see, we can sell as much product as we can get our hands on, and we are continuously. And this is just the nature of the business we're in, especially when it comes to importing, and the effect that. The delay between placing purchase orders with companies on the other side of the world and receiving that purchase order ready to sell, and the effect that has on cash flow, because you don't have an unlimited budget. So you can't go and spend millions and millions of dollars more than what you project you're going to sell, but then you run into delays. So there might be delays at the country of origin. There might be delays during the freight process. You might run into delays at the border when the products come into Australia. So definitely from my perspective, I could easily spend $1 million on just improving inventory control from probably a stock holding perspective. Yeah. You know, if I had more cash to sit in stock, that's probably where I'd put it.
Definitely, yeah.
Next question.
So getting about 2.5 hours of deep sleep max, even with 8 hours sleep. Any tips to improve it? From Jess Ferry on Instagram Q&A.
I think we need to ask Jess for the tips.
I was going to say the same thing.
Shit.
Jeez.
2.5 hours deep sleep on 8. I mean...
You track your sleep still?
100% every night.
Yeah.
If I, like my golden, man, if I get 1.5 hours, if I get 90 minutes of deep sleep, not only do I feel $1 million, but I'm like, fuck, that is impressive.
Yeah.
So 2.5 hours deep sleep is like unheard of.
Yeah. No, I think from things I read,
crazy.
I think most people will average deep sleep from about 13% to about 25% of their total sleep.
Okay. So 25% of 8 hours would be 2 hours.
Yeah. So Jess is doing very well.
And that, you know what, Vince, that probably resonates with me because most nights, especially during the week, I sleep about 6 hours.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm trying to get to that 90 minutes, which is also 25%.
Yeah.
If I can get 90 minutes, I'm like,
you feel good.
Oh man, like the best shit.
Yeah. I haven't traded mine since my watch broke. So I'm kind of out of the loop, but I was getting anywhere from kind of 1 to 2 hours, probably on about 6 to 7 hours sleep.
Yeah. So Jess,
give us your tips. Put them in the comments.
Post your tips for us and everyone else watching in the comments down below, because 2.5 hours out of 8 is exceptional.
But yeah, I think any tips for kind of sleep, stress is a big one before kind of sleeping.
Yeah.
And just that kind of mental alertness before you do go to sleep, and relaxation, as well as things like magnesium can help. Yeah. Hydration will affect sleep as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. One thing that I have noticed, just to, once again, not that Jess needs any tips because this is exceptional, but for those of you who do struggle to get the right percentage of deep sleep as a percentage of total sleep.
Yeah.
The one thing that I have noticed that definitely brings my deep sleep down consistently, the first one is if I have a big meal before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having like a cheat meal, for example, or I'm just eating too close to going to sleep. That definitely affects my ability to sleep. If I have any sort of alcohol, so I'm not a big drinker, but I might have a glass, maybe 2 glasses of wine with dinner on maybe a Saturday night, for example, or a Friday night, that destroys my deep sleep.
Okay.
Like any drop of alcohol in my body, and it's weird because a lot of people will drink to help get to sleep.
Yeah.
But I have noticed without doubt, if I have any sort of alcohol, it affects my deep sleep.
Yeah. There you go.
So those are the 2 things that I've noticed.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling with deep sleep, try and address those 2 things.
Yeah.
Question 3.
Does cooking whey always denature it? And does it ultimately make a difference? From, I can't pronounce his name.
Arian?
Arian.
Yeah.
Don't know the last name either. There you go.
Oh, come on, Vince. Just throw it in there, mate. Arian Owhadi.
There you go, from YouTube.
Boom. I have a pretty strong feeling on this. Like denaturing protein.
Cooking any kind of protein does denature it, 100%. It doesn't destroy it though.
Yeah.
It changes the molecules and the way they're broken down and the way they are absorbed. Does it ultimately make a difference? I'm kind of on a yes and no. It's going to change the way they're absorbed, but it's not ultimately, I don't think, provided you're getting enough protein, going to make a big difference.
Well, I'm going to drill down on the specificity of this question and the fact that Arian has asked about whey protein.
Yeah.
He's not asked about cooking animal protein. Obviously, you don't want to eat animal protein raw. Cooking plant protein, so on and so forth. He's talking specifically about whey protein. The thing you got to understand is that whey comes from cow's milk.
Yeah.
You don't get cow's milk that hasn't been heat treated.
Yeah.
Right. So this process called pasteurization, which is a requirement legally everywhere in the world, especially for milk-based products that are consumed by humans, is cow's milk has to be pasteurized. What pasteurization is heat treatment for a certain period of time to kill any bacteria and viruses and all sorts of shit that can hide in unpasteurized cow's milk. Or there's a name for that. What do they call that? Like the pure, there's like where it's literally like straight out the cow's tit.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, but there is a name for it. But anyway, so the pasteurization process I guess it's not purifying cow's milk, but it's debacterializing. I'm making fucking words up now. Killing all the bacteria in cow's milk is a heat treatment process. So by the time you get your tub of whey protein, it's already been through at least pasteurization. At least. Then depending on, the other processes that it goes through to get it into a whey protein concentrate, a whey protein isolate, a hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, most of those are heat-based processes as well. So by the time you get your whey protein powder, it's already been through so many different methods of heat-based processing that cooking it to make a brownie or a pancake or a waffle or, whatever the fuck you're going to do with your whey protein is not going to denature it any more than it's already been denatured.
Yeah.
Quote unquote denatured.
Yeah.
Next question, Vince.
Do you think MJ retail stores will still be viable post-COVID or are fully online more viable? From Josh Morton PT on Instagram Q&A.
And I've been getting asked this a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And I've been careful about what I'm saying because there's a few different interests at play here. Yeah. What do you think, Vince? You've come through the retail store network of MassiveJoes.
Yeah. I think COVID's definitely seen more people come online through all kind of, no matter what, shopping, home groceries, supplements, apparel, everything. Online's picked up. But I do think, and from customers coming in here, retail stores are still viable.
Yeah.
I think you just have to be smarter in terms of positioning and how you run those stores. I think is going to be the difference.
Yeah, 100%. I think that, one of the things that COVID is definitely, when we look back on the COVID period, the pandemic period, one of the things that we're definitely going to pull from it is that it accelerated the demise of bricks and mortar retail.
Yeah.
And when I say demise, I'm saying perhaps demise is not the right word. Let's go with improved. bricks and mortar retail, because I think that bricks and mortar retail, before e-commerce came along, before online shopping came along, they had a monopoly over retail, right? If you wanted to buy something at a retail level, the only way you could do it was to go to a shop. Go to a bricks and mortar shop and buy it. And then you had e-commerce come out in the late 1990s, and it started to really start eating away at this monopoly that bricks and mortar retail has had over retail. As a consequence of that, you've got a lot of lazy retailers that have had it too good for too long, haven't done anything different, and are losing more and more market share to online retailers. The unique thing about MassiveJoes and T&J Apparel and this business as a whole is that we actually started as an online retailer. So I started selling supplements, just supplements, online in 2005. The first MassiveJoes retail store, which was MassiveJoes Denature, wasn't opened until 2013. So I did 8 years of pure e-commerce before getting into bricks and mortar retail. So we've got a kind of unique perspective where most businesses started in bricks and mortar retail and then started dabbling in e-commerce. So in my opinion, I think we're going to look back on this pandemic period and go, this was the catalyst for bricks and mortar retail being forced to improve. Because now, from a consumer's perspective, and you guys will agree because you're consumers, I agree because I'm a consumer, you're a consumer as well. So everybody has a shared perspective here. The only reason to go into a bricks and mortar retail store over buying a product in line is because of the in-store experience. That's it, right? I'm going to go into a particular bricks and mortar shop to buy something that I know I can buy online and have delivered to my door. And if it's a good online retailer like MassiveJoes, within 24 hours, is because I want the in-store experience. So I think that, back to Josh's question, do you think MassiveJoes retail stores will be viable post-COVID? Absolutely. Because that's always been one of the things that we've done with bricks and mortar retail stores is provided an in-store experience. We're going to continue to get better and better at that because this is going to force us to. And I think any bricks and mortar retailer that doesn't, their bricks and mortar retail stores will probably not be viable. Because why would they be? Why would you as a consumer spend your time, your effort, your money in petrol and parking and all the other shit that goes along with it to go and visit a bricks and mortar retail store where you can buy exactly the same fucking product online if there's no in-store experience? And with our kind of retail stores, it has been quite different in terms of Edwardstown HQ, the only retail store open at the moment. And we've had people from our other stores, Denature, Paramedics, driving down here for that experience. 100%. So that kind of just shows that there is still a demand for them. Definitely. It's definitely gonna shift bricks and mortar retail as a whole much faster than it otherwise would have shifted towards creating that in-store consumer experience. Last question, Vince. Best supplement to help with focusing from JD_XX on Instagram Q&A. What do you reckon? I see you got something out of camera angle there, mate. Got to bring that in real quick. A little boom. The red, white, and boom. American Energy. Some good stuff. Probably the best supplement at the moment for focusing. Probably for me is probably Utopia. I tend to use it around all my exams. Studying, all that kind of stuff, because it does give me that real quick, sharp mental focus effect. 100%. You can't go past Utopia when it comes to especially with the mental focus aspect of just dialing you in, giving you that tunnel vision, focus on what you're doing, block everything else out, be in the zone, be wired in, whatever else you want to call it. Utopia is by far it has been the best for that for years. And it's just weird that no other company has created a better product. Because it's so basic as well. It is. It's not like literally they've changed the formula once in the last 5 years and all they did was add vitamin C to it. Come out with some new flavors. And all these other companies have tried to do these whiz-bang nootropics and just missed the mark. 100%. So there's definitely got to be Utopia. What time is it, Vince? Utopia time. Utopia time, baby. And that's a wrap for episode 14 of The Clinical Dose. Vince, thank you very much. You're welcome. Awesome episode, guys. As always, if you have a question that you'd like us to answer in the next episode of The Clinical Dose, the best place right now, man, just pop it down below in the comments section on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. So this video gets put everywhere. You got to go to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel and post a comment down below.
Yeah.
And that's where Vince picks the best 5, and that's where you get your question answered.
Yeah.
Guys, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all the latest episodes of the Clinical Dose, the Pump, the Fitness Times Business Podcast, Basic Breakdown, Sup Wars, all the other shit we got going on.
All the new stuff coming out as well.
Yeah, and all the new as well. Until next time, where we come to and from Vince.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.